welcome to the Hatters Gymnasium for high school girls basketball action as the Wissahickon Trojans take on the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters. My name is Alex Donaldson. With me here is Seth Blesick. Seth, these two teams early on in the season, they just haven't gotten off to a great start.
You're definitely right, Alex. Both teams combined are at a 2-7 record, and let's look at how they match up, provided by our teams at a glance. As you can see, the winless Wissahickon Trojans are sitting at an 0-2 record, while the Hatters are at 2-3, scoring 46.2 points per game, while the Trojans are only scoring 22.5, and that scoring margin is going to have a huge impact on tonight's game.
Yeah, that scoring margin is very low thanks to sophomore sensation Alice Hall, number 25.
She provides great energy for the Hatters. As you can see here, she gets the ball, takes a nice mid-range jumper and gets it to go, followed by a nice pass. The layup doesn't go, but there she is with the offensive board and puts it right back up and in for the layup. And last but not least, she gets it in the post, looking to drive, and gets the bucket to go off glass.
As you can see there, she's not just a scorer, but she's also a playmaker. As we look at the Hatboro-Horsham starters, Emily Thomas and Cam Ryan and Caroline Shege will take the position at guard, while Jess Howard and sophomore sensation Alice Hall will be on forward.
And the Hatters are coached by Dennis Steinley, who was actually the boys' head coach from 1999 until 2003, and then now is the girls' head coach from 2017 till now.
Yeah, very long career for him. As for the Wissahickon starters, they will go with two guards today, Anna Schools and Leah Dubin. Lauren Fadel, Rebecca Silverin will be at forward, and Caitlin McGreary will be in the center position.
And the Trojans are coached by Rodney Klein, who is seeking his first win of the season tonight.
So we will be right back with high school girls basketball action as the winless Wissahickon Trojans will take on the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters.
The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network captures huge events throughout the school year. Hold on to these precious memories by purchasing a DVD or video file of the events captured by the HHTV crew. Ordering is easy. Just go to hh-tv.com, click on the DVD tab, and the forms will be listed. Follow the simple instructions for ordering, and your custom printed DVD will be yours for years to come. We have a vast library of past events that are also available to purchase. From grade school to middle school to high school, HHTV is there to capture memories that will last a lifetime.
HHEF. HHEF.
HHEF. The Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization
with a mission to give me extraordinary learning experiences
and to drive innovation in the curriculum. The HHEF gives our teachers grant funding so that they can try new, innovative teaching methods and bring technology directly into the classroom.
With grants, I've been able to do this. And this.
and this.
And even this.
The grants recognize my awesome teachers and their great ideas.
And give me the chance to learn with some fun new stuff.
All with the idea that my education needs is to grow and to evolve just like me.
So do us a favor, get involved with HHEF.
You can become a member and volunteer.
And know that you're helping an organization that is just for me.
And me.
And me.
To learn more, visit hhef.org. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network provides a variety of programming serving the HH community, from news about our school district to our award-winning sports coverage to special events throughout the whole district. HHTV informs, educates, and entertains our community. We can be viewed on cable and YouTube. Come check us out. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and our website, hh-tv.com. HHTV, your source of school district news, information, and entertainment. HHTV is looking for sponsors.
Welcome back to Hatters Gymnasium for high school girls basketball action between the Wissahickon Trojans and the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters.
All right, we are just about to get underway.
So the Hatters win the face-off.
Nice drive by Cam Ryan. The shot doesn't go, though. Rebound to the Wissahickon Trojans.
The Trojans coming up on offense now. The Hatters are able to steal.
Nice steal by number 10, Caroline Shigog. Maybe it was a foul.
So Hyatt or Dubin has it at the point. Boogieing the pass, and she does. Then number 5, Lauren Fatal. Fatal looking. Back to Hyatt. There's a foul.
Just a foul on number 3, Emily Thomas. That's her first, though. No big deal. Just an out of bounds for the Trojans. Nice defense there by number 4, Cam Ryan, and the ball will go to the Hatters as a travel is called.
So Cam Ryan will move through the center of the court. Giving it off to Thomas. Thomas looking to the right side. Back to center for Thomas.
As you can see, the Hatters are definitely looking to pass the ball around the court, swing it as much as they can, certainly. Steal there for the Trojans. Now they're bringing it up the court. Bad pass there.
Yeah, and the Schools turns it over. Hatters are able to capitalize.
What a pass.
Emily Thomas has her first of the night.
Nice fast break for the Hatters there.
The Hatters up 2-1 as the Trojans are back on the attack as Steuben passes it off. Now in the corner. Hyatt to the center, and Trojans come away with it with a nice shot from the point, and it won't go in. Cam Ryan having a lot of action so far, creating this play. Thomas with the shot, and sinks it.
Gets a nice friendly roll there.
So Thomas putting up 4 points in the early going so far.
Hatters bring out a lot of energy early, as you can see. Great defense there. Nice steal by number 22, Jess Howard. And I think there's going to be a travel called on Alice Hall.
Alice Hall, she's a great player, putting up 71 points, 14.2 points per game average for her. But one note is that she needs to ease off on the fouls a bit. It's been a bit of a problem, but overall it hasn't hurt the Hatters too much as they're up 4-0.
I think she's going to have a great impact on this game tonight as the Trojans score.
So good sink by Lily Hyatt as the Hatters are back on the counterattack. Trying to center is number 22, but it gets robbed. Jess Howard, the junior. And she's able to sink it, and the Schools going down on the play, but she's able to get it in.
It's an offensive foul. An offensive foul called on the Trojans. So the basket will not count.
So no points awarded there to end the Schools. It's Ryan up to Jess Howard, to Thomas.
Nice drive there. Gets
So
it to
Hall.
Alice Hall.
Hall dangerous, and Wissahickon so far has been well aware of that as they've gotten right on her. As Cam Ryan again fighting for the ball and getting up the middle of the court. Gives it off to Hall.
Nice
and
pass
she
there.
gets her first of the night.
Nice play there. Cam Ryan running the court. Alice Hall on the other side, finding her for the wide open layup.
Nice steal there by Thomas as she'll bring it up. And the basket is missed, but Hall gets it back to her, and Trojans recover.
I mean, even though the layup didn't go, that's exactly what I mean by Alice Hall. Getting that rebound, looking for ways to impact the game, get some points on the scoreboard for the Hatters.
So there the basket almost goes in. It's not. And Ryan again with the ball. So Hall right across. Great pass across. And Howard can't put it in.
Wissahickon is a very scrappy team, as you can see early. They've gotten a couple steals so far.
And you can see as soon as the Hatters get up, Wissahickon goes right to the middle and tries to take away any options in the middle of the court.
Looks like a foul will be called on the Trojans. No basket there. All right, here's a replay of Emily Thomas, number 3, driving down the court. Basket will not count, but great effort as she's using all her energy to get to the basket.
Yeah, Thomas has been a real team player, playing on both sides of the court as Hall's layup cannot go through.
Hatters do look like they're playing a man-to-man defense.
Yeah, you can see the Hatters are very spread out. And so far it's worked, limiting Wissahickon to just 2 points.
Foul called there on number 25, Alice Hall.
Yeah, you see Caitlin McGeary tried to turn around and take a quick shot, and she will be awarded
That's going to be one big factor for the Hatters. They need to keep Alice Hall out of foul trouble tonight. And here you can see they get to the post for the Trojans. Alice Hall with some good defense just couldn't keep her arms down as the foul will be called.
Yeah, not too much contact, but enough to draw the foul. McGreary missing on the first. And she will sink the second. So Wissahickon now moves to 3 points. Is in the back. Emily Thomas has it, giving it off to Cam Ryan. Ryan moving through the middle, looking to go completely across. Shige up, and Hall tries to get it, and she's not able to get her hands on it.
Almost a foul there. Just got to be careful with that.
Yeah, Hall.
Nice defense there.
Yeah, they're saying the ball went out. Again, this man-to-man defense is working as Hatters are able to be very aggressive against the Trojans and trying to strip the ball as much as they can. Been a factor as Hall has it outside.
As you can see, every time Cam Ryan comes down the floor, she's looking to swing it.
But look at that Wissahickon defense just congregating in the middle and not letting anything happen. And a great play on the defense in the early on. So here is Julia Verrier coming up. She's outside, giving it to number 24, Marie Dreyer. Back to number 3, Leah Dubin. She almost loses it there. Hands it off to Anna Schools and gives it off Verrier.
Nice
Schools
pump fake there.
And Schools just swallowed up there as the ball comes loose. Hatters going to have possession coming off of that. So Shege is going to come off, and number 23, Graceanne Griffiths, is going to come on, the senior. And here's Cam Ryan moving up through.
Nice play, sitting in the ball, trying to go inside, but it's going the other way.
Yeah, Hall with an attempted pass there, just couldn't get it past. And Hall has been a very big factor in the early going. Again, 71 points in just 5 games, but 10 points behind her is Emily Thomas, a fellow sophomore, number 3, and she's had quite a good game so far tonight. And she's played both ends of the spectrum and has not come off yet. Speaking of which, Thomas won't be able to get to her, but Hall does. And
See
they're
what I
going to
mean?
call a foul on that.
Can't go inside with Alice Hall there. She'll block it every single time.
Yeah, Hall with that height advantage. She's the tallest on the Hatters team, almost rivaling Steinley for the tallest.
Looks like it was kickball by Cam Ryan there. So it looks like the Trojans will keep it.
Cam Ryan, the senior, having well enough stamina to stay in this game. As Wissahickon
another
tries
block.
to get a...
That's another block for Alice Hall.
Yeah, Alice Hall using that height, and there is number 34, Jada Mills. A great grab there to stop a play as she's caught up. Wissahickon moving on in, loses position for a second, and Cam Ryan comes away with it. Up to Mills. Mills moving on in, and goes wide with the shot, but gets it out to the point. And that goes wide as well. Hall recovers, but they're going to call a foul on the Hatters.
I mean, as you can see early, Cam Ryan, she's providing great spark on offense and defense, playing tough.
Yeah, a lot of offensive quarterbacks by the Hatters. So Julia Verrier gives it off to number 3, Leia Dubin. Dubin moving on up, nice moves. Can't get around number 23, Griffiths.
That's a nice pass in the post, but it won't go. Hatters are on the move.
Wissahickon looking snake bitten early on.
What a drive. Nice drive by Cam Ryan there.
Yeah, Cam Ryan finally going all the way with a drive there. Again, the Hatters are playing both sides of the ball very well in the early going. Hatters up 8-3 with a minute in the first quarter. So Hall will come off and Jess Howard will come on.
And here you see number 4, Cam Ryan, just driving. She's got other players to pass it to. Nope, she'll just drive it all the way to the bucket and score 2.
Yeah, and you can see where she's looking. She's looking off to the side, sort of throwing off the defender, and she's able to get around there and put up 2 points for the Hatters. And Cam Ryan there with a nice downtown throw, and it won't go in. As number 35, Sam Hollish, will not be able to make the basket.
You can see she's really trying to spread the ball.
The Hatters caught together there, a bit of miscommunication, and the Trojans are not able to capitalize it.
They will keep it, though.
Yeah, so Wissahickon will stay in the zone, but not able to capitalize on a defensive mistake by the Hatters that allowed them to have a pretty good opportunity. Again, Wissahickon having the opportunities, not able to capitalize, and they do here. Number 22, Anna Scholes, the starter, still on, and she's able to make the basket as this pass goes well over number 22, Jess Howard's head, and will go out the back.
I mean, the Trojans have been finding ways early to get by the defenders, cut through lanes, get to the basket more often.
Yeah, in the past 2 minutes, they've really found a way to get through the Hatters' defense. Let's see if the Hatters can evolve around that, as Hall will come back to finish out the first quarter with 24 seconds left. And Thomas will come on, so the Gunners are out for the Hatters. And off will come number 23, Griffiths Sr.
Looks like a little miscommunication there between the referees.
So notice the Hatters, again, looking to play man-to-man, even playing the forecheck in the offensive zone. Julia Verrier in the back will most likely be awarded the ball, as Jess Howard is out there to challenge. And
it looks like it would be white ball, not the Wissahickon ball.
So yeah, the Hatters will come away with it. Ryan out to Hall. Hall just off the bench. Will get it outside of the circle to Thomas. Thomas
Nice
gets
drive.
it up, and that's her third basket. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Tonight, Hall coming back, playing nice defense, but the ball gets over. Trojans looking deadly right now. They cannot capitalize, and Hall gets on it. 3 and 2 seconds remaining, and Thomas, just so close to having her fourth basket in just the first quarter. Great performance by the Hatters to limit the Wissahickon Trojans. So we will be right back with this fairly close game between the Hatters and Trojans. Hatters up by 5.
The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network captures huge events throughout the school year. Hold on to these precious memories by purchasing a DVD or video file of the events captured by the HHTV crew. Ordering is easy. Just go to hh-tv.com, click on the DVD tab, and the forms will be listed. Follow the simple instructions for ordering, and your custom printed DVD will be yours for years to come. We have a vast library of past events that are also available to purchase. From grade school to middle school to high school, HHTV is there to capture memories that will last a lifetime.
HHEF. HHEF.
HHEF. The Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization
with a mission to give me extraordinary.
So welcome back, and during that intermission period, there's a lot of smiles on the Hatter side of things and a lot of seriousness on the Trojan side, as the Trojans will start in the offensive zone.
I expect the Hatters to play great defense throughout the second quarter, try to push the lead so they can have a little bit of an advantage.
For the second quarter, it looks like Hall is playing D, and there, number 4, Friedman gets around her, make the basket. So here's Thomas to the point, number 11, Sydney Kemp. Over to number 22, Jess Howard, gives it off to Kemp.
You can really see there the ball is definitely swinging. They want to find those outside players for those corner threes. It's going to be a huge impact tonight for the Hatters.
And the Trojans there were very quick on that drive to capitalize, not wasting any time. Just moving around the Hatters' defense as Kemp has it at the point. Kemp moving it across. Off to Hall. Hall on the inside. Defended very well. And
Nice
Cam
save by
Ryan
Cam
with
Ryan.
a nice save. Keeps it into Thomas. Thomas cutting on in. It's a shot, but it goes wide. Hall can't hold on to the ball. And Trojans will recover. So number 4, Friedman, moves up. She has the only Trojan basket so far this quarter, and that's going to be a foul on number 22, Jess Howard, against the Hatters.
She's playing really uptight on that point guard. Number 4, Kylie Friedman. I expect more of that tonight from her.
And just talking about her, she has it back. Nice pass over to Lily Hyatt, and she will not be able to make it, but I do believe she draws a foul on that play.
Yep, she definitely got hit on the arm there, so she'll go to the line for 2.
Lily Hyatt awarded foul. She'll sink her first.
So you can see the Trojans, they're cutting into this lead for sure. They're only down by 2 right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been making some excellent plays on both sides of the court, and it'll be key here as they want to get their first win tonight.
So the Trojans only down by 1 so far. Moving over, the pass is not completed. Turnover there, the Trojans have it. Can take the lead here with this drive, and there's going to be a foul called.
I think it just went out of bounds. Just went off the Hatters.
All right. Point. Here's Friedman. Friedman handling the ball a lot, had the chance to cut in and does not. Gives it off. And number 5, Lauren Fatal, cannot come up with the points as Hatters have a nice counterattack going. Hall outside the circle to Thomas, who shoots. And it will just be short as the Trojans get possession. It gets knocked out. The Trojans will get possession from that. So Thomas playing a lot of forward right now, where on the contrary, Alice Hall is playing back at guard.
Great pressure by the Hatters there. Double teaming.
Yeah, nice reception by Shege. And that three-pointer will not go in. Shege with another chance. She steps in. Thomas outside of the circle. Over. Shege outside of the circle to Hall.
Look at that. Going into the post to Alice Hall. She'll get the foul called. They're going to do that a lot tonight, for sure. The foul will be called.
The foul on Kelly Prestipino. And Thomas will come up with it and put the Hatters up by 3 now. 12-9. 5:45 in the quarter.
Look at that. Great defense by Emily Thomas, number 3. Scores the bucket, just gets right back on defense, and makes a great play for the Hatters as they'll now get possession of the ball.
So the score 12-9. And Hall is able to make it 14-9.
Look at that.
Hall looking again. And she can't make it in. Shege has it deep to Hall. Hall to the point. Moving out the Wissahickon defenders, and that won't be able to get in.
I mean, we're going to talk about her all night. She scores the bucket, gets the steal, keeps trying to get those offensive rebounds and keep possession for the Hatters.
Yeah, Hall with a few very nice plays there to keep possession in the Hatters' end. And at this point, I mean, not only is it important to keep those points up, but also keeping it in the offensive zone rather than defense.
Looks like the Hatters will get it back after an offensive foul called on the Trojans.
So Ryan will come back on. And Ryan has it moving through her office. And you can see Wissahickon right there. Perfect example. They're all stuck in the middle, and then they have a very big outbreak. And let's see if the Hatters can handle it as Friedman passes it off. And turnover there. Shege has it. Moving it to Cam Ryan. Cam Ryan makes it 16-9. Ryan playing very well and offensively in this second quarter.
Hatters have gotten on many fast breaks tonight. That one just showing how skilled they are on the fast break tonight.
Yeah, in just 1 minute, the Hatters went from having a score of just 1 to now 7.
Look at this. Number 10, Caroline Shigog, goes to number 4, Cam Ryan, who gets a little jump stop and just makes the layup. Give her 2 more.
Nice pass downfield, down court, excuse me. And that will result in 2 points for the Hatters. So again, 5 minutes left. Hatters up 16-9 in the second quarter.
The Hatters looking to pull away early with 5 minutes left to go in this second quarter.
But again, the Trojans, they can be very explosive. As we saw in like the first 2 minutes, they scored 4 points on the Hatters. And it looked like the Hatters were starting to go down, as here is number 5, Fado.
Every time they're looking to double team on that defense. Very skilled.
So Hall there playing defense. She's done a good job of this in the second quarter and also putting up some points, as here is number 4, Kylie Friedman. Drawing
there.
The foul.
Yep.
She's done a very good job for the Trojans so far in this game.
I believe it was on number 22, Jess Howard, as the Trojans. Number 4, Kylie Friedman will go to the line for 2.
So Friedman looks bad for a point total. She is unable to sink the first one. Trojans get it back to her. And she is just outside of the circle, but it goes wide. But following up was Lauren Fadel, and she will put it in, as here is Hall. Hall on the counterattack, sinks it.
My goodness. Look at that.
That is going to count.
Explosive.
So again, the Trojans a bit celebratory after that nice shot, and does not see the very tall Alice Hall coming down and sinking basket for the Hatters. So here she is at the line.
I mean, she can do anything on this court. She can play defense. She can block shots. She can score.
Yeah, a true team player, and she deserves to be on top of the team in points. As she intercepts it there. So Cam Ryan with another nice pass down court. And Griffiths is taken down on that shot. Nice reception.
Great defense by number 5, Lauren Fado, as she's able to get the block on Grace Ann Griffiths.
So Wissahickon here getting a bit chippy. They aren't going to call a foul shot. So Cam Ryan out to Hall. Hall just towering over the Wissahickon defenders as Cam Ryan has it to Hall.
You know, I really want to see Alice Hall go into the post. She's so tall, and her strength just allows her to just basically bully ball the other players. I really want to see her do that tonight.
A nice shot there by Cam Ryan. And that will be a three-pointer, going up 21-11 over the Trojans are the Hatters with about 4 minutes remaining. Nice play there by Fidel. Fatal. And draws a penalty against Thomas. Thomas been a bit quiet in the second quarter and really hasn't done too much except for that foul right there.
So here you can see Cam Ryan gets the ball, just pulls up for 3 and nails it.
Yeah, again, she's been playing in a quarterback position for the Hatters, but there you can see she just drills it, makes no mistake, and puts up the Hatters by 10 points on the Wissahickon Trojans.
So it looks like it'll be a 1-and-1 for the Trojans. But a lane violation will be called, so the Trojans will get another chance at the line.
So Fatal will get another chance. And you see Wissahickon's down by 10. And looking at the record 0-2, that might not be so impressive. But keep in mind, Wissahickon's so far only played elite teams in the region. And so this game definitely is in reach for them if they can get something started at the end of this quarter into the next half.
So since she made the first one, she'll obviously get another chance for her second free throw.
Fatal. Eyeing it up and just goes wide with it. And Ryan will come up with possession for the Hatters. Gives it off to Ryan.
Ryan definitely looking at the corners, as you can see.
Yeah,
she's going to do it every single time. Through. She'll get it back now.
So Griffiths, high shot. And it just goes off the rim. Ball deep to the point.
Ball swinging. The shot might not go in, but the ball is definitely going to each person on that court.
So Shager comes away with possession there, but Trojans will be awarded it by a referee. So Hyatt will have possession for the Trojans with 2 of their players. So Hyatt gets it back, has a lot of space and time, and not anymore as Griffiths gets to her. Hyatt moving in. I want to call a push now on Griffiths.
That may be a foul called, but I am loving the Hatters' defense tonight so far. They're pressing on every person who gets the ball, and they're providing so much pressure that the Hatters really want that ball.
Yeah, they're playing really aggressively. And the few chances that the Trojans have had to get a really good scoring chance have been free throws, and well, they haven't been so fruitful for the Trojans so far.
That was another block for Alice Hall, number 25. That's her 3rd block so far, and we're not even at halftime yet. I mean, just providing a spark on defense for the Hatters. So much talent there.
So to the point, Hyatt down low, and it does get to number 3, Dubin. Moving it out to the point. Shot, and it just goes wide. It's number 50, Caitlin McCreary, and just can't sink it. And I think that's about her 3rd chance in that general vicinity. She has been able to sink anything so far. So Cam Ryan at the point, looking at the corners, and instead goes straight inside the Hall.
Traveling call on the Trojans, on the Hatters.
So Cam Ryan playing a lot.
I mean, you can see here the Hatters are definitely pressing. They have 2 defenders up high.
Again, look at that. The Hatters are just playing so aggressive man-to-man. That's risky, but you have to have faith in your team, and with a 10-point score, it's hard not to. As Trojans coming back, and they can't sink it. Hatters will get possession.
Looked like an over-the-back foul called.
So 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. So Hall will be given the chance to have a free throw now. Earlier she wasn't able to connect. Let's see if she does here. And snakebait as it goes off the rim. Trojans here with the counterattack, but Hatters have girls back. Giving it off.
Number 3, Leia Dubin stepped out of bounds, so the Hatters will get it back.
Again, that was looking dangerous to the Trojans, but the Hatters are very quick to get back and defend that. Is Cam Ryan back to the corner. Cam Ryan at the point. Thus, unable to sink it as it goes a bit too hard.
I mean, the Hatters are getting some wide open shots that they can certainly take advantage of.
Yeah, both teams. I mean, both teams are having a lot of opportunities, and a nice play there by Dubin. The Hyatt Dubin back to the point. Down low McCreary, and she does sink it. So on her fourth try, she does get 2 points up, or 1 point up on the scoreboard. And the Trojans trail by a touchdown.
So as you can see, looks like the Trojans are playing a little bit of zone defense to try to get that ball out of those Hatters' hands.
The Trojans zone D, I mean, it's playing well, but you can see in many of those times, if Hall gets low into those formations, she gets her hands up and she's getting that ball every time. She's using her size and her strength to get over the other girls. Shige had to at the point to the corner. And it just goes over as now the Trojans on the counterattack. Hatters, only Cam Ryan back. And unable to sink it is Dubin as Cam Ryan has it. Moving up ahead of speed. Moving through.
Gonna pull up. Won't go.
But a nice play there. And notice she has the interception back. Moving through to Hall. Hall with plenty of space. And just unable to sink it.
I mean, the Hatters forcing a lot of turnovers tonight.
And their sophomore Sam Hollish was taken down. I believe she just tripped up.
So you see here, number 2 for the Trojans, Anna Schools, looks to cut to the basket, but foul will be called on the Hatters.
Yeah,
which
Hollish there.
sends them to the line.
Hollish there again, playing aggressive, and that's a chance you got to take with some of those plays. If you're calling aggressive D, you might be taking a few fouls. As there, Anna Schools is able to sink it, and Cam Ryan moving up with Hall. 2 of the deadliest Hatters on the team, and a nice play down. Shege sinks it. Nice play, 23-15. The Hatters lead with 40 seconds to go in the half.
The Trojans will call a timeout. They'll talk it over as there's only 40 seconds left in the second quarter before we go to half. So what do you think the Trojans are discussing in their huddle?
Well, I think the Trojans, they've tried, like their zone D. It's done pretty well in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, the Hatters are able to cut through. And here you can see, just picking apart the zone D, everybody moves towards a corner, and that leaves the center. And even if that ball didn't make it, Hall was there to pick it up and possibly sink it for 2 points for the Hatters. So I think coming out of this huddle and even next half, the Trojans will come up with a different type of D.
They are definitely giving the Hatters some high percentage shots for sure that the Hatters need to make. I mean, they have an 8-point lead right now, looking to increase it before halftime. So let's see what they can do here.
And again, this defense, it might do well against other teams, but if you have a very tall forward on the Hatters like Alice Hall, it's not going to be very effective But the Trojans unable to sink that one. Rebound attempt. Can't sink that. And finally, Anna Schools is able to sink it. And the Hatters move up with 20 seconds to go.
We talked about it before. The Trojans are a very scrappy team, looking to get that ball.
Shege over across, 10 seconds, ball in the middle. Nice fake, but loses it is number 34, Jada Mills.
Oh my God!
And she will not get possession. So the Trojans, no, the Hatters will get possession.
Yeah.
6.4 remaining on the clock. And the Hatters up by 6.
Possession belongs to the Hatters, so they'll keep it. Look to get a last-second shot before halftime starts.
Buying up the Hall again. Hall, nice reach there. Shege Scott can't get through. And time will go down on the clock. Hatters up by 6 over the Wissahickon Trojans.
Great half for the Hatters for sure. Definitely made some great shots. I mean, excellent play on defense. I cannot say it enough. Just the amount of pressure they put on, it's been great, and I look for more of that during the second half.
Yeah, let's see if the Hatters keep growing confidence the second half as they are up by 6 over the Wissahickon Trojans. So we'll be right back to see if Trojans evolve and the Hatters keep their swagger as the Hatters lead by 6.
The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network provides a variety of programming serving the HH community, from news about our school district to our award-winning sports coverage to special events throughout the whole district. HHTV informs, educates, and entertains our community. We can be viewed on cable and YouTube. Come check us out. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and our website, hh-tv.com. HHTV, your source of school district news, information, and entertainment. HHTV is looking for sponsors for our seasonal productions. With over 1 million views on our YouTube channel and still growing, HHTV has been increasing our audience since 2013. If you are a local business and want to increase your advertising footprint, head over to hh-tv.com and click on the sponsorship tab for more information. We are looking forward to hearing from you. HHTV, your source of news, information, and entertainment. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network captures huge events throughout the school year. Hold on to these precious memories by purchasing a DVD or video file of the events captured by the HHTV crew. Ordering is easy. Just go to hh-tv.com, click on the DVD tab, and the forms will be listed. Follow the simple instructions for ordering, and your custom printed DVD will be yours for years to come. We have a vast library of past events that are also available to purchase. From grade school to middle school to high school, HHTV is there to capture memories that will last a lifetime.
HHEF. HHEF.
HHEF. The Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization
with a mission to give me extraordinary learning experiences
and to drive innovation in the curriculum. The HHEF gives our teachers grant funding so that they can try new, innovative teaching methods and bring technology directly into the classroom.
With grants, I've been able to do this.
And this.
and this.
And even this.
The grants recognize my awesome teachers and their great ideas.
And give me the chance to learn with some fun new stuff.
All with the idea that my education needs is to grow and to evolve just like me.
So do us a favor, get involved with HHEF.
You can become a member and volunteer.
And know that you're helping an organization that is just for me.
And me.
And me.
To learn more, visit hhef.org. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network provides a variety of programming serving the HH community, from news about our school district to our award-winning sports coverage to special events throughout the whole district. HHTV informs, educates, and entertains our community. We can be viewed on cable and YouTube. Come check us out. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and our website, hh-tv.com. HHTV, your source of school district news, information, and entertainment. HHTV is looking for sponsors for our seasonal productions. With over 1 million views on our YouTube channel and still growing, HHTV has been increasing our audience since 2013. If you are a local business and want to increase your advertising footprint, head over to hh-tv.com and click on the sponsorship tab for more information. We are looking forward to hearing from you. HHTV, your source of news, information, and entertainment. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network captures huge events throughout the school year. Hold on to these precious memories by purchasing a DVD or video file of the events captured by the HHTV crew. Ordering is easy. Just go to hh-tv.com, click on the DVD tab, and the forms will be listed. Follow the simple instructions for ordering, and your custom printed DVD will be yours for years to come. We have a vast library of past events that are also available to purchase. From grade school to middle school to high school, HHTV is there to capture memories that...
Welcome back to Hatters Gymnasium, and here the Hatters, all good stories here, up by 6, 23-17. Seth, how do you think that they've maintained the score?
I mean, as you can see, they played great defense throughout the first quarter, as well as the second quarter, of course. I think if they keep putting on that pressure, as well as making baskets, they're going to do fine tonight.
Yeah, again, the Hatters and Trojans putting up a good half as far as highlights go, and let's take a look at a few of them.
All right, so as you can see here, nice pass to Emily Thomas, number 3, as she makes the layup. And as well as nice cut by her for 2. And then Alice Hall just using that defense to get the block, as well as getting the pass from Cam Ryan, and scores the and-1. And then Cam Ryan gets a nice pass and behind the three-point line as she scores 3 points.
Yeah. So stars like Ryan and Hall will be back shortly after this break.
that will last a lifetime.
HHEF. HHEF.
HHEF. The Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization
with a mission to give me extraordinary learning experiences
and to drive innovation in the curriculum. The HHEF gives our teachers grant funding so that they can try new, innovative teaching methods and bring technology directly into the classroom.
With grants, I've been able to do this.
And this.
And this.
And even this.
The grants recognize my awesome teachers and their great ideas.
And give me the chance to learn with some fun new stuff.
All with the idea that my education needs is to grow and to evolve just like me.
So do us a favor, get involved with HHEF.
You can become a member and volunteer.
And know that you're helping an organization that is just for me.
And me.
And me.
To learn more, visit hhef.org. So
Welcome back to Hatters Gymnasium as the Hatters are up by 6 over the Trojans. In the third quarter, the starters look very similar to how the game started, except now number 22, Jess Howard, has taken the spot as a forward for the Hatters.
So right off the gate, you can see here the Hatters putting on that full court pressure once again. And the third quarter is now underway.
Yeah, the Hatters looking to play man-to-man again, as cutting through there are the Trojans, and quickly not able to get them up with the points there. This is number 1, Lily Hyatt, looking dangerous in the first half and looking dangerous yet again here in the third quarter. So Cam Ryan moving up through. Dangerous. Down. Back over to Thomas.
You can see there that zone defense making sure they get the ball out of the hands of the Hatters, but Alice Hall is able to score.
Yeah, Hall there just fighting her way through and makes no mistake when presented with that opportunity. And the Hatters get the first points of the quarter.
Nice deflection there by number 22, Jess Howard, getting her hands on that ball.
Yeah, Hyatt there moving through has become a bit of a danger against the Hatters. Trying to make a play there, but it just doesn't work out. So McCreary making the pass, Cam Ryan intercepting, and McCreary will...
Cam Ryan's been all over the ball tonight.
And the Hatters rushing to get to that ball, and possession will be awarded to the Wissahickon Trojans. Again, players like Hall and Ryan, they've played a lot tonight, but in 5 games so far this season, seeing how they played, they seem very comfortable doing it. As here, Ryan moving up through the center.
Look at that speed.
Getting it over, and number 22, Jess Howard, cannot bury it. And Wiss has it back. So the Trojans moving up through. Nice physical play there by Anna Schools to the corner. And Lauren Fadel cannot come up with it. Fadel, a name that we've said a lot in the first half, and we could be saying a lot of her name now. She's playing the left or the right side of the court for the Trojans on offense. Not too much of a liability on defense, but played really well on top. As a nice three-pointer goes in from Thomas.
I can see Cam Ryan passing the ball to her in the corner all day long. She's been doing it so much tonight.
There, though. So Schools there, a nice move to get through, and Cam Ryan getting it back up. And she has it all the way to the corner to Hall. Hall sinks it, makes no mistake, but they're going to wipe that off as there is an offensive penalty.
I believe it was a travel called on Alice Hall.
That's one
Took
that
too many
the Hatters
steps.
are going to want to have back, as that was a very nice move by Hall, but again, took too many steps. and loses that point.
Looking to go inside as the Trojans. There's Emily Thomas with steal. She's on the move.
Thomas playing like Ryan right now. Takes a nice move in and just cannot bury it there. As the Trojans come up, Trojans have numbers if they hurry.
Nice
McGreary,
pass.
a nice play there by Wiss to get points on the Hatters, and that's been the first point in about a minute here.
They had a
That's Ryan
2v1
up
advantage
there.
on the fast break. Take care of that. Find the open person and score 2.
Ryan is consistently being double teamed as we've seen so far in the quarter. As Thomas, again, from the same spot as before, nets 3 points for the Hatters. And just like that, they're up 31-19.
I think she's starting to get hot. They should give her the ball more now.
Yeah, Thomas again. She doesn't lead the team, but she's second with 61 points in 5 games. A great first quarter, and has opened this half very well for the Hatters.
So it looks like the Trojans will remain with the ball.
No substitution so far for the Hatters in the early going in the third quarter as McGreary has it deep to the outside.
Waved
And
off.
Number 15, Rebecca Selverin. Nice shot, but it will be negated due to a penalty, and Chaya will have it at the line. So Ryan, given time, and just count down the seconds until 2 defenders come up on her. As she normally gets double teamed, she isn't here to Hall. Hall with a nice play, cuts to the inside, and is not able to bury it.
There will be an over the back foul called on number 25, Alice Hall, as she tried to get that offensive rebound, but could not.
And you just see Ryan coming up through. She had a nice play going, and you see Wissahickon did not jump on her as they did earlier. Normally she's being double teamed, and this time they let her go, and she created a very, very dangerous scoring chance for the Hatters there. Oh, and a physical play there by Anna Schools to take that ball away. Bit of feistiness there.
I mean, you can certainly tell that the Trojans want this game. They're 0-2, they're winless. They want to win against these Hatters, but Alice Hall, too much for the Trojans, I think.
Yeah, Hall again, like we said in the opening, she's become a deciding factor, but not enough credit is given to Thomas and Ryan, who have set up these nice plays and put up some valuable points for the Hatters. As Hall has it now. Sinks it. No mistake there. Nothing but net. Hall again. 32-19 suddenly becomes 33-19. Hatters lead.
Looks like they're starting to break away now. That's what we said before.
So Trojans getting very aggressive, not only on offense but also on defense, and that might be why the Hatters are able to put up so many points. It's McGreary here with a shot, and it just goes off the rim. There's Ryan being double teamed, but Hall has it. Hall not given enough attention by Wissahickon, and they almost pay for it there. So Ryan has it now. She'll set up the play. Thomas cutting to the front. Instead it'll be given to Howard, to the point to Hall. Hall
I
cutting
want to see her
on through.
drive. Yep, nice drive there. Couldn't get to go though, but I definitely want to see her get into the post a little bit more. She's very tall, she's got a lot of strength. I think she can use it to her advantage.
And yeah, she has so far. And let's see in the fourth quarter.
Look at that.
And here's Thomas.
What a pass.
Thomas and Ryan capitalize on the steal, and a nice play between 2 key factors here in the early going as the Hatters are up now. And Trojans on the attack. And a nice calm shot there by Selverin. Can't go in. Second try, and Hall will recover for the Hatters as Ryan has it. Ryan.
Hatters are up
Up to
16,
Thomas.
looking to do more damage right now.
Ryan over to Hall, moving the ball very quickly. Ryan open, and she gets it. Ryan moving, looking to the corners, and instead gives off to Howard. Howard back to Hall. Or Ryan, excuse me. Hall now to Ryan.
The Hatters just need to use the clock right now.
And Hall unable to come up with it. It's the Trojans moving down, and a steal by Thomas. She's played offense, and there, big defensive play there as Shege comes up with it. Shege moving through, cutting through the defense and giving it off to Ryan, to Hall, to Thomas. Thomas with the points. She can't get them.
Look at that, but she gets the steal
Nice
right
steal,
back.
moving through, and she cannot capitalize as Hall now can't capitalize.
So many offensive rebounds. The Hatters want that ball so badly.
And the
They're up by
Trojans really getting chippy here, really getting aggressive, and this is what it's allowing the Hatters to capitalize on these opportunities and really cut in. Again, to start the quarter, Hatters were up by 6, and since then they have had 16 points and now 17 as Hall sinks it. It could be 18 by the end of this. With the shot here, the Hatters go up by 18 over the Wissahickon Trojans. And there has to be a timeout called here.
That's right, yep. Trojans called a timeout. Gonna talk it over. Hatters have blown this lead away.
So as exhilarating as this game is, HHTV is not done yet. So after the new year, the Hatters will be back in action. The girls basketball will be playing on the 7th. Then on the 9th, boys basketball will be playing. And then on the 15th of January, wrestling will occur by yours truly at HHTV.
So the Hatters, last game, they suffered a devastating loss to Upper Dublin, lost by 40 points. They definitely come back tonight, regain their energy, and they're looking great.
Yeah, especially looking to end out this game, also end out the year on a high note. Because obviously the season isn't over yet. So the Trojans, we were right in halftime about one thing, that yes, they would be adjusting their defensive arrangement, but not exactly for the positive. They've gotten more aggressive, and it's making this game much more action-packed and chippy.
Look at that.
And
Scrappy
there we go, the Hatters 2-0. Thomas makes no mistake
Lays it
and
in.
sinks it. So Hatters capitalizing on another turnover. And they will here. Shege cannot get to it in time.
My goodness gracious. Look at those Hatters all over the ball. Look at this. The Hatters on the fast break. Gets it to number 3, Emily Thomas, who just lays it in easily.
Yeah, and you notice Ryan was up there too. It was a 2-0. There was nobody back for the Trojans there. And Thomas continuing to be a key factor as a big aggressive play on the forecheck. Hatters can't come away with it.
Foul will be called on number 23, Grace Ann Griffiths. Just getting a little bit too touchy there, but the Hatters are up by 20 right now. I mean, nothing more you can ask.
Yeah, just Howard there, not happy with that call. The Trojans will get possession in the defensive zone. The Trojans moving up through. Number 3, Leah Dubin. Moving through, loses possession, gets it back. Trojans in deep, and they're able to capitalize. Number 24, Marie Dreyer with a point, and it makes the lead only 18. And now the Hatters have a chance. Howard moving up through, and they're going to call that a foul. Howard will get 2 shots to try to get back a 20-point lead over the Trojans. And she's unable to sink it, hits the rim.
I mean, Jess Howard, obviously a great defensive player with natural instincts, and just helps the offense get better every single game.
So Howard there unable to make the score, well, putting in simple terms, 2-1 with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Another foul called on number 23, Grace Ann Griffiths. That's her second in the quarter.
We can see the benches. The Hatters are nothing but smiles, and the Trojans are a bit more serious.
Looked like a clean block from Alice Hall to me. I don't know.
Yeah, they're going to call that a foul. Hall, last quarter, she was putting up a few fouls, but I don't think I'd give it to her for that one, because the Trojans will have possession deep in Hatter zone. So back to the point. Moving on in, giving it back off, and moving in. A nice play there by number 22, Julia Verrier. And Alice Hall able to capitalize on getting that rebound, but a nice play there by Verrier. You could see very determined to get something on the board here as Shege has it deep. Shege moving in and capitalizes on it. Gets 2 more points for the Hatters, and up by 20 is Hatboro-Horsham.
Nice drive there by
injury.
Caroline Shigog, as she's able to score 2 more for the Hatters. And we have an injury. Look at that crossover by number 10. Drives to the hoop, gets the layup to go, scores 2.
So right now on the ground, it looks like it is number 24, Marie Dreyer. She's down, pointing at her calf.
Might have twisted her ankle on the end of that play.
Yeah, she did. She did jump kind of high and came down a bit funny, and she's down for a bit now. So, if you're the coach of a team that's now down 20 points, how do you, what is your end result? What do you want to see coming out of this game in the rest of the quarter and the game?
Well, I mean, the Hatters have been playing great defense. I see the Trojans, they need to get their defense. I want to see them play man-to-man just so that they can somehow get some steals, get to the basket more often, score some more points. I mean, obviously, being down 20 is definitely difficult. So, but, I mean, the Hatters have put on a lot of pressure. So, it'll be difficult for the Trojans, but...
So, Dreyer, the junior, coming off now with a bit of assistance. Looks like her left leg is not doing too well as she'll head off for some repairs. But again, good points. Again, I'm surprised Wissahickon, considering they were torn up with that man-to-man defense earlier. They haven't been able to implement it this quarter, and they have it in their own defensive zone. So Trojans playing very quick, trying to be very, very quick, moving up and trying to get around the Hatters, being very assertive here. As a nice...
They are getting some open shots, definitely. They're just not capitalizing on them.
Yeah, I think one of the big points is just get some shots in, get something positive in before the end of the game. Look forward to the next one as the Hatters now up by 22 over the Trojans.
We talked about it earlier for the game. The scoring margin definitely going to have a big impact. You can see they're up by 22.
So Fatal here giving it off to Dubin. Dubin in the center. Nice shot. Hatters didn't look to be expecting it, but she is just short of it anyway. And they're going to give Trojans possession after Lauren Fidel falls down.
So as we wind down this third quarter, you see the Hatters blow this lead away. Great quarter for them.
Yeah, and the Hatters trying to eat up clock in the offensive zone. But what they do is they'll go down, they'll attack, and usually they capitalize right away, and they can't take up much time. And here they're going to call a foul in favor of Alice Hall.
I believe it'll just be an out of bounds. Alice Hall will not be going to the line.
So Ryan has it. A great playmaker for this team. Off to Hall, outside the circle. And she'll give it off to Ryan. Ryan cutting in to Shege. Go. Ryan moving way outside the circle, cutting in. Back to the far side. Back out to Ryan. Ryan standing at the point, cutting in. Unable to capitalize, and Hatters can't get possession back, as Trojans will get possession with 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. So here the Hatters look to be playing a man-to-man D and doing a good job of it right now, being able to contain, getting in. Little interception there. Shege can't put it in to end the quarter A nice play there. And you can tell the Trojans are not very happy with their performance. And I wouldn't be either. Down 22 with 1 quarter to go. So we'll be back after this break with the 4th quarter as the Hatters lead the Trojans by 22.
HHEF. HHEF.
HHEF. The Hatboro-Horsham Educational Foundation is a nonprofit organization
with a mission to give me extraordinary learning experiences
and to drive innovation in the curriculum. The HHEF gives our teachers grant funding so that they can try new, innovative teaching methods and bring technology directly into the classroom.
With grants, I've been able to do this.
And this.
and this.
And even this.
The grants recognize my awesome teachers and their great ideas.
And give me the chance to learn with some fun new stuff.
All with the idea that my education needs is to grow and to evolve just like me.
So do us a favor, get involved with HHEF.
You can become a member and volunteer.
And know that you're helping an organization that is just for me.
And me.
And me.
To learn more, visit HH.
So we're back, middle of the action as Trojans on offense, putting a good push in, and once again can't capitalize. But Trojans will get the possession as the ball goes out of bounds. So the Trojans coming off the back, playing very aggressive, but with that aggressiveness and frustration, they're getting a bit sloppier with their play, not capitalizing on as many passes or even shots as the Trojans have it.
I'm really looking to see the Trojans somehow move the ball. I want to see them do what the Hatters are doing. The Hatters are swinging the ball all the way across the court to each player. I want to see the Trojans do that just a little bit more.
The one thing that the Trojans don't have right now is size, and Hall is not on the court, but you bet she'll be on for the end of the game as Cam Ryan is on. Cam, nice play to Thomas. Moving in.
Nice play there.
Mills. Jada Mills will not be able to capitalize that as the ball goes for a penalty.
Should go to the line for two. That's number 34, Jada Mills.
So Jada Mills. Oh.
The clock right now is the friend for the Hatters. They just need to move the ball around. They don't need a shot. I mean, they're up by 23 right now. They don't need a shot. They can just wind down this clock with 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, so the Hatters need to be careful, not make too many sloppy mistakes, and just wind out the rest of this game as the Trojans looking to get something positive by the end of this game, as they were able to get a point there. And no penalty on that play. No, it will not be.
Yeah, so it'll be an and one.
So Fidel cutting on in, using her physical play that we've seen a bit of earlier this game, and getting a good opportunity here. She's up, and she is just a bit short. So Wissahickon given a few opportunities by the Hatters, and the Hatters have shut down, but when the Trojans are given an opportunity, they aren't really capitalizing as much as they should be, and that comes with aggressiveness. As Thomas has it. So Thomas, nope, Ryan will get it to the point. Thomas gets it. 2 defenders behind her.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, just off her fingertips.
So Mills can't get it. Cam Ryan does. And the foul will be called against. So the foul will be called against Lauren Fidel.
Yep, so the Hatters will keep it.
So Fidel, as you can see, she's playing center. She's done a pretty good job this game, but she's getting a bit frustrated as of late. There's Ryan now, moving it deep to Mills. Mills fighting her off, and a nice shot there by Mills. She's able to sink it and fighting off the Trojans defenders. As the Trojans have it with numbers. Moving
on
up
the
now.
fast break. There you go. Nice pass for the Trojans. Can't get the layup, but that's what I want to. I like to see that.
I mean, we've seen that a few times, but we've seen that ending way too many times, and definitely not to the Trojans' liking, as Thomas is not able to sink that. Again, the Trojans, they could be up. They could be they could cut this deficit in half if they had been performing and cutting.
So here you go. Nice cut by number 34, Jada Mills, who lays it up and in. Great play for the Hatters.
So again, using her physical play, a lot of physical play of late, and Wissahickon getting a bit emotional in the third quarter, and hasn't really had that transfer over to the fourth, as Wissahickon has a foul shot. Sinks it, number 22, Julia Verrier. She will have her second shot. It's Verrier. And she sinks her second, so 2 for 2 on that sequence. Miss Ryan has it with plenty of space.
So,
and look out here.
No, you're right. I want to see the Trojans. They should be playing. They should press when the Hatters get the ball, when they're bringing it up the court. I mean, the Hatters have been doing that all night. Don't you think the Trojans should be doing that as well?
Oh no, I mean, I think the Trojans last quarter they were pressing a lot. Again, like every time Ryan had the ball, they were double teaming her, and now you can see they're laying off of her a bit, and I mean, they're containing her. She hasn't had many opportunities until now, and she can't sink it. But Ryan, though, very dangerous, and even then, myself thinking that she was fine and contained, and she wasn't, finding a way to weave through the Trojans' defense. And their number 2, Anna Schools, cannot weave through the Hatters' defense.
Looks like a blocking foul called.
So she gets tripped up. I believe Cam Bryan. So Schools.
Yeah, I mean, number 2, Anna Schools for the Trojans. She's probably one of their best players, but she hasn't had that much of an impact on tonight's game.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to really look at the players on the blue and gold side of the ball and point to an exact player that's done well. A lot of them have put in a good effort, but the Hatters just really overcoming them and using their aggressiveness in the first half of the game, and that was able to translate over and contain the Trojans in the second half as the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters are up by 19.
So a timeout will be called by the Trojans.
So the Hatboro-Horsham ladies Hatters next 5 games. Their next game will be in Upper Moreland. The big rivalry there will be away. Then back at home, they will be playing Lower Moreland on the 23rd. The 3rd of January, they will be playing Springfield and Cheltenham on the 7th. Both of them are away. And then on the 10th of January, they will be playing Abington back at home. So those are the next 5 games for the Hatters. Bit of a challenge ahead, and with a record most likely coming out of this at just 500 with 3-3, they'll have a bit of a challenge ahead against better teams in their region. So the timeout called will now end. And a great performance by the Hatters tonight with 4:42 remaining in the game. Up 46-27. I think it's safe to say that the Hatters have this, but that's not to say the Trojans can't put up another 8 or 9 points if they can get something rolling here, as Thomas has it. To Ryan. Ryan contained well, but gets it to the corner. And a bit of a blocking foul called there, as number 23, Griffiths, will take the free throw there. So again, Ryan, very dangerous. Even when she is contained, she's able to get that ball high, and she might not be the tallest, but she gets that ball very high and into the corners accurately to make some nice plays. as here Griffiths is able to sink it, making the lead the Hatters up by 20.
I mean, the Hatters just absolutely dominated tonight.
And the Hatters, I mean, they had the statistics on their side. Again, the point differential, the Hatters was only 5 points, and given it's negative, but it was only 5 points, and I think this is definitely going to help. But the Trojans living up to what their point differential was coming into this game. But again, the Hatters had a strong first quarter, decent second quarter, but really exploded in the third and the end of the second, because that's when the Trojans started to get aggressive. And here, their aggressiveness can't pay off.
That's another one of those plays we were talking about. You get it into the paint, those layups got to go in.
Yeah, just can't capitalize there. It's Ryan given plenty of time. She's being attacked a bit more aggressively as Thomas has it now. Ryan.
You can see they're not really looking for a shot. They're just looking to pass that ball around.
And you can see that in the early third quarter, late second, everybody was attacking Brian, and then suddenly Thomas was getting more opportunities. And it might not be that they're saying, all right, let's stop double teaming Brian, but let's start focusing on the other girls, because everybody on this court is definitely dangerous. And I think the Hatters, given the space that they've been given and given the opportunities, they've started to really execute them at the later half of this game.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Right on point.
So Julia Verrier, earlier 2 for 2, can't capitalize on her first. The Trojans have it. So looking to the point is Verrier, and she will go there herself. Looking to the corner, and cuts into the corner. Verrier, the outside, back to the point for Friedman. Friedman, a big name in the second quarter, not so much later. And Anna Schools can't hold on to it. Again, a solid player there, but just overwhelmed by the Hatters' defense and the size and strength of Alice Hall. Again, such a key player for the Hatters, and a young one at that, too.
I mean, no matter the score, the Hatters are still putting on so much pressure on defense. It's just great to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting to see how the Hatters have maintained. I mean, with an aggressive play, you aren't good, usually, like, especially on this level, you aren't able to carry that the full game, and the Hatters have executed that perfectly, being able to shut down the Trojans' defense and limiting them to just about 30 points. It'll probably be by the end of the game. So Griffiths, she's had a few pretty good free throws so far. She was 2 for 2 earlier, and she can't sink that one. Hall can't capitalize on that, and the Trojans have numbers if they hurry, and the Hatters getting back and shutting them down. Hatters get possession, and a timeout is called. So 3:16 remaining, Hatters up by 20, 47-27.
So throughout their first 5 games for the Hatters have allowed 51.5 points per game from their opponents. Tonight, Wissahickon, only 27.
Yeah, just slices that number in half, and you have to think, I mean, sure, the Trojans haven't been great with that point differential being nearly 30 points, but just brilliance on defense by the Hatters, truly able to shut them down. And you have to give credit to all the players, and some might say that this was an easy game. It gets really chippy at times, and it's really interesting to see that players like Cam Ryan is able to get in there and create opportunities consistently as Hall has it and sink it. But again, in just a matter of 2 seconds, Ryan goes from the point looking like she's going to pass it off to just bolting in. And I think if she took the shot there, she would have had a pretty good chance of it going in. And she has it there, and she capitalizes on that one.
Just a force on defense. Just grabs that steal and lays it in. I mean, that's the kind of player you want on your team.
Yeah, great forechecking, great defensive plays on both ends. Being able to create turnovers against the Trojans and being able to like on the offensive end, and being able to shut them down on the defensive end, and also being able to set up plays on the offensive side of the court. Truly remarkable play here by Cam Ryan throughout this game. So that free shot will go in by Kylie Friedman. Hatters will make a bit of substitution so Thomas and Hall will come off, playing a really solid game, both of them, and both of them have to be really credited as their statistics definitely do match it. Shaking. Cam Ryan moving up through, still a threat, looking to cut in, and instead moves it to the corner, and number 35.
I mean, you never know what she's going to do. She'll either pass it to the corner, or she'll drive in with all of her speed and force contact.
And you can see from the beginning of the game, even in her first few opportunities, you can see her eyes will dart one way, this fender will go there, and then she just cuts right in. She has such great awareness, and that's exactly what you want in a senior such as her. So Shege has it, not being able to cut in. Griffiths has it back to Shege. Shege moving in, and Hatters will step out of bounds, and Trojans will get possession from that. Strong play here with 2 and a bit of change minutes to go in the game. Again, Wissahickon down by 20 points, 49-29. As Trojans making a nice defensive play, moving up through, holds on to it, cuts in. Hatters unable to get to it, and just cannot capitalize on that opportunity. Trojans,
I mean, you can
really
see the Hatters are not going to let them get back in this one. Just too far of an advantage for the Hatters tonight.
And I think not enough credit is given to the defense for the Hatters. They've played really, really well, using their body and presence to make turnovers in the defensive zone and build on this lead. As Friedman's ball gets stuck up top. Technical difficulties right now.
I don't know how to explain this one.
Wow. That's interesting. Highlight reel play right there. We got to get a replay of that.
Yeah.
That is wow, that's amazing.
Looks like they're going to have to use another ball to get this one off of the rim.
Yep, so they're solving that problem right now, and I don't think that will work out if she misses.
Nice play by the referee there.
Unable to capitalize on that opportunity. Still unable to play, and the Hatters able to capitalize. What a play there. The Hatters defense. Wow.
Look at that. The Hatters using your defense to not let that one go in, but.
So Friedman has it up, and she sinks it this time, putting it in almost the exact same place. It was a 1 in a million shot to get that stuck up there, and she sinks it that time. As look at that pass from Ryan, right to the corner. Sadly, Hatters can't capitalize on it as the Trojans have it at the point. Cutting in back to the point. So now Friedman has it. Friedman. Caleb Friedman down deep. And the ball, possession taken by the Trojans. Still have it, haven't stepped out of bounds. A nice block there by number 35, Sam Hollish.
Looked like a kick ball.
Yeah, kicks it out to interrupt the play.
Yeah. So the Hatters will pick up a great win tonight. They go back to 500 at a 3-3 record.
Yeah. The Hatters again coming off a devastating loss their last game. Really have picked it up since then, and this is going to be a big motivation booster going into their next game, I believe, against Upper Moreland, which will be away.
I mean, they certainly proved tonight why they can be a top team in their conference. I mean, coming out tonight and putting on a show like this with their defense, it's incredible.
Yeah, they're using their size, their speed, and their scoring. And that's all you can really ask for at this level. And they're really doing a great job against Wissahickon Trojans.
So the Trojans will suffer their third loss in a row, and they'll go to 0-3. Winless team looking to get back on track. Tough start for their season.
Yeah, tough start for the coach as well, but that's not to say that they can't grow on it. Certainly, there are going to be different teams, and Hatters really played well, and I'm not sure if any team came in here. If the Hatters had this same energy, if they play any team, they're going to win the rest of the way. But they've played really well. I mean, they're using their size and their speed and keeping that up throughout the game. They have that stamina to keep that style of play going through the end of the game, as there are 40 seconds left and the Hatters are up by a decent margin. So Friedman here. And sinks it. Nice play there by Friedman at the point. Gives the Trojans 1 point. And Friedman again. Puts it up, and she's able to get 2 for 2 on that. Nice play there by Friedman.
So the Hatters sticking to the plan tonight. They usually score about 46.2 points per game. Tonight they score 49. Go above average. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, and the Trojans, again, their points per game, 22.5. I mean, it's an improvement, but a loss is a loss, and I'm not sure anybody really wants to see it if you're wearing the blue and gold for Wissahickon. So 14 seconds left here. I think it's definitely safe to say that Hatboro-Horsham is going to walk away with the lead and the win. Is here number 22, Jess Howard has it, the junior. And she will just go off the rim there. 15 seconds left. Howard. And hits the rim again. Here's the Trojans. They have numbers this time. Moving in, and Cam Ryan on back. She can't defend that one.
Looks like it'll be too late, though.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and the game is over. Hatters win 49-35 of the Wissahickon Trojans. What a performance by the Hatters to come off a loss from last game.
Cam Ryan, Alice Hall, Emily Thomas, I mean, they all stepped up tonight. Got a huge win over a scrappy team in the Trojans, and a great effort all around by the Hatters.
And even the players that didn't start, I mean, people like Jada Mills, for example, Sam Polish, they definitely had a great impact on the game.
I mean, every player, definitely.
Yeah, it's hard to find a player on the team that didn't have a solid performance. This is definitely a game to build off for the Hatters, as they will walk away with the win, 49-35. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. And heading out, Alex Donaldson and Seth Blessick, on behalf of HHTV, we thank you for tuning in.